I got this product sent to me at no cost for the purpose of this review. Let's take it out of the box and check it out. All right, so I've got the safety cage all unboxed. This is what you're going to find inside. This is the main tray that goes on the bottom that the forklift forks lift up. That's a safety harness there in the middle. Comes with all the nuts and bolts that you're going to need. Comes with the rails that build the fence around the cage. Also the fencing that goes around the back and the front door that goes on right here in the front. So I'm going to start putting this together so that we can try this out. So this kit's going to come with 20 short bolts, 1 medium-sized bolt, and 2 long bolts. The 2 long bolts go right here where you're putting together the 2 back parts of the cage, and then they'll have a regular nut at the end. The medium-sized bolt is going to go on this latch right here, and it's going to be using the thread lock nut because you want to be able to tighten this, but not too tight because you want the latch to be able to move. And then all the other nuts just go to the shorter bolts that it provides. So don't get those mixed up because you'll have to go change things if you don't have those bolts set properly as you put it together. Also, all the nuts are 13 millimeter and all of the Allen key heads are 5 millimeter. So you need to have these tools to put it together. So my first tip on anything like this, when you're having to bolt something together that takes a lot of different bolts and a lot of different pieces, never tighten the bolts up really tight. It's actually best to just barely put them in so that way they're holding, but they're not tight at all so that these things can move around. So if you tighten these bolts down really tight as you go, you're not going to be able to get the next pieces put on because you're going to have it so tight and wound together that nothing's going to fit in between it. So definitely lightly put together the nuts and bolts, and you should have no problem getting it put together. That little ring that's in the package is a clip that you put on the outside of the cage so that way you can clip this safety harness to it and not fall out of the cage. The picture shows it installed on this middle side right here to the right of the gate, so that's where I put it in, but I'm sure you can put that anywhere you want as long as it's secure on the cage. The next thing is, this is the little latch for the door. You can't tighten this down really tight or then this latch isn't going to move well. But if it was a regular nut and it was loose, then the nut would come off. But since it's a thread lock nut, you can leave it loose. I mean, I'm going to tighten it more than this, but you can leave it a little bit loose so that way this latch will fold up and down with no problem. All right, now that I got all the pieces put together, I'm going to go ahead and tighten it all up, get it all aligned and ready to use. It's got this nice lever latch kind of thing here that slides back and forth. So you want the gate to open inwards, and that would mean the hinges are going to be on the inside when you install this, not on the outside. But yeah, overall, it's great. It's only limited by how high your equipment can lift this, and if you have a trusted operator, really. But I could come in, do all the work that I needed to do on this shipping container, cut out the wall, and now I'm on some like portable scaffolding that connects to the forklift. So I think this is going to be extremely useful, and it seems to be built pretty good. The platform is pretty sturdy to stand on. It doesn't come with a safety chain that goes around the back of this. So if I were you, I would actually recommend building some kind of chain or strap that goes from the back of this actual carrier all the way around your forklift housing to the other side of this. So that way it keeps it from sliding off your forks. I mean, that shouldn't happen, but it's a safety feature that I would recommend putting on there. I plan on building me a little chain set to go around that. But yeah, all in all, it's pretty sturdy and I'll definitely be using it. All right, so I hope this was helpful. Thank you very much for watching. Y'all take care.